Hello everyone, this is Jurimani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel Pooja's Literal World. From your class 10 textbook, the chapter 3, the two stories about flying, which is divided into two parts. One is his first flight and other is the black aeroplane. From this chapter, today I am going to give you the summary and question answers of the part 1, his first flight. Before going to give you the summary, let us know about Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist, short story writer, and one of the foremost socialist writers in the first part of 20th century. Writing about the common people's experiences and from their perspective. He was born in 20th August 1896 in Lismore, Ireland, and died in 7 September 1984 in Dublin, Ireland. His first flight, this particular story is about a baby seagull who is afraid to fly because he has doubt on his own wings. So let us read the summary, how he overcome his fear with courage and bravery. As we all know, whenever we have to do something in our life, we all have fear. The fear of uncertainty actually. That is because we don't doubt our capabilities. So to conquer all this fear, we need courage. To defeat our fear, we need courage. So let us see the summary. This is a seagull. The first flight is a beautiful story with a beautiful theme. It tells us about courage and self-confidence and how one has to overcome his fear. This story, his first flight by Liam O'Flaherty, is about a young seagull who overcome his fear of flying. The baby seagull who is afraid to fly because he has doubt on his wings. All his younger siblings means his brothers and sisters. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister. Despite their much shorter wings, flew fearlessly, while he could not gather the courage to trust his own wings. The young seagull became sad when he saw his parents perfecting his younger siblings in the art of flying. Even after a lot of attempts by him and his family to motivate him, to pressurize him in different ways, by scolding him, by threatening him, by keeping him starved, his parents scolded and taunted him for being a coward. The baby seagull does not want to take his first flight even though. Then his mother comes up with a plan. They threaten him to leave him alone and hungry if he does not try. The next day, he felt in isolation, and upon feeling hungry, he tried to seek the attention of his family members. Only his mother, who was scraping a fish in an attempt to eat it, noticed her son. The young seagull cried out of starvations, hoping his mother would help. She flew with the fish near him. He became excited, but on noticing that his mother stopped midway, he got maddened out of hunger and took a dive at the fish, forgetting for a moment that he was afraid to fly. Once he was in the air, he spread his wings. Finally, he attempted his first flight. All the family members celebrated his victory by cheering and by flying around him. He also attempted flying in the air that he was once afraid of. Thus overcome his fear and realized that the fear is in one's own mind. Thus, with the help of his mother's plan, the baby seagull overcomes and conquers his own fears and takes his first flight. Let us see the question answers from this chapter. Question 1. Why is the young seagull afraid to fly? Do you think all young birds are afraid to make their first flight, or are some birds more timid than others? Do you think a human baby also finds it a challenge to take his first steps? So, why the young seagull was afraid? The young seagull was afraid to fly because it was his first flight. He doubted that his wings would not be able to support him. Do you think all young birds are afraid to make their first flight, or are some birds more timid than others? We all are aware that it is very difficult to take that first step, whether it is with animals or humans. I think that all birds must be hesitating before taking their first flight, some more timid than others. Do you think a human baby also finds it a challenge to take his first steps? Yes, just like young birds, human babies also hesitate while taking their first step. Question 2. The sight of the food maddened him. What does this suggest? What compelled a young seagull to finally fly? The baby seagull was not able to gather courage to fly and acting like a coward. So his family left him alone. As a result, he was starving since he could not fly to get his own food. The hunger made him mad. When he saw his mother coming near him with the fish, he got excited and dived straight at the fish, forgetting for a moment that he was afraid of flying. Once he was in the air, he had no choice but to flap his wings and attempted to fly. This is how he finally had his first flight. Question 3. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. Why did the seagull's father and mother threaten him and cajole him to fly? Unlike the younger siblings, the baby seagull could not gather enough courage to take his first flight. Thus, his parents taunted him for being a coward. They even threatened him to let him starve if he didn't try. They thought hunger would make him fly looking for his food. They applied a plan on him because they wanted him to fly, and finally, he was able to take his first flight. This is all for today. In my next video, I'll give you more 30 MCQ questions based on this chapter, his first flight. Hope you like my videos. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.